This week, the Torah tells us about Leah that had a child, and she called him Yehuda. Why? Ki pam oides Hashem. This time, I thank Hashem. There's a very interesting Gemara. The Gemara tells us that from the beginning of the creation of the world, there was no one that thanked the Ribbono Shel Olam like Leah in this week's Parsha. And the obvious question is, really? From Adam Rishon until Leah came along, there was no one that thanked Hashem? Noach, Avraham Avinu, no one? And the answer, says Rav Schwab, is like this. Many people thank Hashem. Why do they thank Hashem? Because they hinge it upon something else, upon wanting more, upon something that they want from that thanks. Leah in this week's Parsha was the very first person since the creation of the world to thank the Ribbono Shel Olam just because, just to say thank you. And that is an incredible thing. And that's the message of this week's Parsha. There was a convention of neurologists, the top neurologists around the world, and they came together to discuss many of the issues that they thought were going to be solved in that convention. And there was a female neurologist that got up to discuss the issue of people fainting upon waking up in the morning. And she, upon making her inquiries, investigations, she found out that since the blood being in a certain direction, when a person sits up and stands up from being in a lying position the whole night, the blood circulates and reaches the brain too quickly, and therefore that causes a person to feel dizzy and then eventually to faint. So she came up with an idea, and her idea is that it takes approximately 12 seconds for the blood to settle, and therefore her suggestion was that when you wake up in the morning, sit on your bed, stay there for approximately 12 seconds, allow the blood to circulate normally, then stand up. She got a standing ovation from the top neurologists around the world. The next speaker was a religious Jew who got up, also a professor, and he said that us Jews have a tradition from thousands of years ago, and that is to say a prayer as soon as we wake up. It's called Moida Ani. And we thank God for allowing us to have another day, to be awakened and to be able to serve Him. And he said it has 12 words, and it takes approximately 12 seconds to say it, if you say it with kavanah, with concentration. And everyone was awed. The idea of this week's Parsha is to teach us, stop and thank the Ribbono Shel Olam just because. Have a beautiful Shabbos.